Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Tyler from House of Cards TCG coming at you again with another live duel from locals. This time we have Shane against our opponent playing the Invoked strategy, and this should be a good one. Shane, of course, being on the Sword Soul as we usually see. So Shane is going to be our feature this week. We are hoping that going forward we can feature new decks, and we'll be able to feature all the matches from one person at our locals with that deck. And for example, this week I played Pendulums and I went 3-0. Just wanted to throw that out there. And but for this week we are going to have Shane going up against the Invoked strategy. So let's see what happens.
House of Cards.
TCG.
As always, please make sure to like and subscribe as we are trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month. And it looks like we're going to have Shane go first. He's got a Chalice main decking Droll and Lockbird. I do think that's a great meta call. We do see him with the Adhara, and he's going to go ahead and activate the effect, and that's going to go ahead and special summon Adhara. And then he's going to go ahead and activate the Sword Soul Emergence, and that's going to allow him to search for a Sword Soul card. If he controlled a Synchro monster, he could actually search for Worm, but because he only has Adhara, he can grab the Mo Yi, which is a Sword Soul monster here. Going forward, like I said, we do see Chalice and we do see Droll, but he's going to go ahead and normal summon Mo Yi, and that glare is just terrible. We're going to have to work on that going forward. And he's going to reveal the Sword Soul Blackout. Blackout is the trap that targets a worm and 2 cards in your opponent's side of the field and destroys them all. It's an insane trap. I hate that trap, but it's a card in the deck. I'd rather have Blackout than on Protos. Let's just be honest. And we're going to see the Grandmaster come down. Again, we got to stop putting Shane right underneath the light. Grandmaster, Mo Yi Chainlink 2, that's going to allow him to draw a card, and then Grandmaster is going to allow him to search a Sword Soul card. So he does draw here. And this is why Droll, I think, is very impactful against Sword Soul. I think people sleep on Droll against Sword Soul, because if you can go ahead and stop all these searches, you do actually, just think about it, right? He went ahead and emergenced, got the Mo Yi. You drop Droll. He can't Mo Yi, because if he Mo Yi's, goes for Grandmaster, he's wasted 2 resources. And that's why I do think that Droll is a really good card against Sword Soul. But again, that is just my opinion. But going back to it, we are looking to get into 2,000 subs by the end of the month. So, like I said, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, it truly would mean a lot to us. We are going to see Shane off the Grandmaster Resolve grab the Long Yuan. Long Yuan allows you to pitch a worm in your hand. It does not have to be a Sword Soul, but it can be a worm or a Sword Soul card. And that will allow him to summon Long Yuan and then resolve it with a token. We're going to see him link off the Adhara and going for the Link 1 Monk of the Tenyi. And that gives him a non-effect monster to resolve a lot of his effects like Adhara in the grave. We do see, like I said, Droll, Long Yuan, Blackout. He could pitch Blackout in Ecclesia. We see Ecclesia, but he did normal summon Mo Yi, so Ecclesia is dead in his hand right now. But he could, Long Yuan, pitch Blackout, because it does say that you can pitch a Sword Soul card. It does not have to be just a worm. It could be a Sword Soul card as well. So he is, in fact, going to pitch the Blackout to summon out the Long Yuan. Long Yuan is then going to go ahead and bring out a token. And then he's going to synchro both those off and go for a Baron here. And then he's going to activate the Long Yuan effect. And that is going to go ahead and burn his opponent for 1,200 life points. You can tell I have played against Sword Soul a lot. I do know these cards pretty well. He's going to go ahead and set the Chalice. So we got a Chalice, Droll, Baron, and a Grandmaster with a massive glow on it. Look at that thing. It's just glowing white. It also doesn't help that Shane's sleeves are white, right? So let's see what the Invoked strategy decides to do here. We do see draw. And let's see what happens. So we're going to see our Invoked player go ahead and activate the Terraforming. Ooh, getting met with Droll. Stop! The main deck Droll. He doesn't expect it. Oh, this is about to be insane. Please. Oh, this is... Let me see the Alistair in hand. He grabs the Meltdown on Resolution. Don't do it to him, Shane. Don't do it to him. Oh, the main deck Droll! Insane! Insane! Who main decks Droll right now? I see Invocation in hand. Let's see what our Invoke player decides to do. I can't really read his hand too well. I wish I could have had a better read on it. He brings down the Shaddoll Fusion. So he is going to go ahead and negate that with Baron. And let's see what we are able to go from here. So it's a more Shaddoll He's going to set one. He's going to set one and pass. All right. So it is a more Shaddoll variant. A lot of times when you see the Invoked Dogmatica DPE hero, like you say Shaddoll, but this is definitely, if they're playing Shaddoll Fusion, this is definitely a Shaddoll variant. So let's see what Shane decides to do here. He's pretty much going to go for OTK, and he top decks the Pot of Desires, the one of. It's insane. Shane, I swear, rips the best hands. The dude is insane. He is a very good duelist. So we're going to see him banish 10, draw 2. And that's going to be all she wrote. He's got Adhara engraved, Monk up, Baron, the Sword, the Grand Master. That alone is 6,800. If he normal summons anything, he can Baron pop and then swing for game. So we're going to see him normal summon the Ecclesia. I do not recall Ecclesia's attack, but he's going to go ahead and activate Ecclesia. And is going to get met with an Ash. So the normal summon of Ecclesia may have been game. I do not know for a fact what his attack is, but it could have been game. But Shane got greedy, activated the effect, and then he shoots the vessel. He shoots the vessel. That's going to go ahead and send the Vishuddha. So it doesn't even matter at this point. This is game. This is going to be GG's here. I don't think the opponent realizes. Shoots the Vishuddha. And he's going to go ahead and add himself, I would imagine, to be the Ashuna. It looks like he goes for an Adhara here. Okay. So he grabs the Adhara. And then he can activate the Vishuddha effect. And he can actually bounce that set card. And from there, it's just going to be OTK, swing for game. So with all that being said, we do know that this is going to be the end of this game, and we are going to move on to game 2. So let's allow these guys to finish up. Then we'll head into siding and see what we're going to... Oh, well, all right, let's see. Maybe I went ahead of myself here. No, this is it. All right, swing for game. All right, let's go in. Let's go in. All right, heading on into game 2. Again, this is just a reminder to please make sure and like and subscribe to the channel. Get us to 2,000 subs by the end of the month so we can hit our goal. And we are going to move on into game 2. I would imagine we're going to see our Shaddoll player go first here. I don't see why not. I don't know what else Swordsoul can play to the window. We shall see. We shall see. And see where this decides to go from here. So it looks like Shane's going to go ahead and shuffle up real quick, and they are done with siding. Who do y'all think? Let me know down below. Do you think that Shaddoll comes back and takes the next 2 games and wins the match here? I do have some spicy ones coming up for you because this week at Locals, like I said, I played Pendulums and Shane played Swordsoul. We featured Shane all this week because he played 3 matches. So I think next week what we're going to do is actually going to feature myself, and we're going to have cameras over top of what I play. So the 3 matches that I play, you'll be able to feature next week because I play a lot more Rogue, and we play a lot of Swordsoul on the channel. We want to mix that up just a little bit and bring on some more Rogue, as well as I do believe that our Salomon Great player will be able to be providing the deck profile next week. But this week, we do have our Locals winner on Earth Machina Machines, and we're going to have that deck profile coming for you. So make sure to subscribe so you can catch the next 2 duels as well as the Locals first place winner deck profile. So diving in into it, we're going to see our Shaddoll player go first. Oh, our Shaddoll player says he's going to go second. Insane. So we're going to see a Mo Yi come down, reveal Tenyi. Why would our Shaddoll player go? I guess maybe Super Poly, I would assume, is the reason why. But you have to open it in order to play. So we're going to go ahead and see Shane bring out the Mo Yi, reveal Tenyi, bring out a token, link those or synchro those off with the Grandmaster. Chainlink 1, Grandmaster, Chainlink 2, Mo Yi draws, and then Grandmaster. I would imagine he revealed Tenyi, probably goes ahead and searches out a Longy 1. I do see an Emergence in his hand, so maybe he just goes ahead and grabs the Blackout instead. We shall see what he decides. I think I'm pretty confident I saw an Emergence in his hand, so I wouldn't be surprised if he grabs a Longy 1, not a Blackout. So there is that. Now we're going to go ahead and see him add the Longy 1, then activate the Longy 1 effect. May have to speed this one up. All right, we got a little speed going on here so we can get through this duel, so that way we can keep going forward here. So we're going to see Shane go ahead and add the Longy 1, and then he's going to go ahead and activate the Longy 1, I would imagine. No, he does bring down the Emergence. Okay, so we did see an Emergence here. Now let's see what he grabs off the Emergence. So he is going to go ahead and bring out the Ashuna and add the Ashuna to hand, because now he can Long Yu-1, because he controls a synchro, he can grab a worm here. Now he can go ahead and activate the Long Yu-1, pitch the Ashuna, and then that will enable him to bring down the Long Yu-1 with a token. That will go into a Baron, and then he still has follow-up with the Ashuna if he decides that that's something that he wants to do. So is that another emergence in his hand? The dude is insane. So we are going to see that Long Yu-1 effect after his Synchro Summon will resolve, and that's going to burn his opponent for 1,200. And then Baron gets the nasty glow this time. Let's go. All right, so going on. I think I see an Ash I can't sell, and we're going to see him past that. So a Super Poly could be good here. Let's see what our Shaddoll player opens up. And I see a Fleur-de-Lis in his hand. He's going to go ahead and terraform me. He's going to do it again. Terraforming is going to... Do we see a Droll? Do we see a Droll come down? Shane. Oh, it's there. Look at that Droll. No way. There's no way. There's no way. He's that cracked, man. All right, Meltdown. And what... I don't even understand. I don't even know what our Shaddoll player can do here. It's actually insane. Hey, listen, if you're watching this right now, Shaddoll player, I 100% understand your pain. I dueled Shane, and he opened up Lancia, I swear to you, 9 games in a row. And I had to play Virtual World under Lancia 9 games in a row until I figured out that I just needed main deck Gamma. I'm being serious. It happens. I understand. Shane always just draws insane. So we are going to see the Fleur-de-Lis come down. Fleur-de-Lis can then go ahead and at least... You can't even swing into Baron because he just negates it. So, not sure exactly what happened there, but it looks like Fleur-de-Lis gets negated by Baron, I would assume, and then he goes ahead and sets a card here, and he's probably going to go ahead and pass. Baron will then pop. We don't get to see what card that was that our opponent popped, but basically, it looks like it's just going to be a Sword Soul combo tutorial video, because that's the way that this duel is going down here. We're going to see a Tenyi come down. Tenyi effect is going to activate. He can then banish the Long Yu-1. That's going to bring out a token. And he's going to Ghost Bell, but you can't... Wait. Yeah, Tenyi banishes for cost, so you can't Ghost Bell Tenyi. That's an interesting tech card in his deck, though, for sure. But yeah, it banishes for cost, so you actually can't Ghost Bell. So maybe a newer player, then that's all right. You know, we're here to play and learn some locals and get better at the game. That's for sure. That's how these interactions will happen. That's how you're going to be able to get better. So nothing wrong with it at all. Happy to have people that come out to locals and want to play. So we're going to have the Grandmaster come down. Grandmaster effect is going to resolve, allow him to add a Swordsoul card. He sends a Adhara off the Tenyi, it looks like, and because of this nasty glare, looks like he's going to add a Mo Yi from his deck to hand off the Grandmaster. So Chain Link 2 was Tenyi, 1 was Grandmaster, and he is basically just going to swing for game here. So that is going to do it for our locals features for today. Basically, it was Shane comboing and not much from the Shaddoll player, so I do apologize for that, but it was the match that we are handed. Tomorrow, we should see a pretty good match, and then we got Earth Machines in the finals against Shane, as well as the Earth Machine deck profiles, so stay tuned for that. And as always, we appreciate everybody for watching, and this has been Tyler with House of Cards TCG, signing out.
House of Cards
TCG.